everyone. Welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Mark, your guide to making English feel natural and fun.
And I'm Jessica, and today we're tackling one of the biggest struggles for English learners, understanding fast English.
Oh, yes. The moment when someone speaks and you think, wait, was that even English?
Exactly. Most learners are taught slow, clear English in class, but in the real world, people speak quickly, connect words, drop sounds, and use slang.
And that's why today's episode is all about training your ears, so you can follow real conversations, even when native speakers are speeding along like they just had 3 cups of coffee.
We'll break down why fast English is hard, share practical tips to train your listening, and give you mini challenges to try during the episode.
So by the end of these 30 minutes, you'll have a game plan to finally keep up with fast English speakers without panicking or feeling lost.
Grab your headphones, maybe a cup of tea, and let's dive in.
All right, before we jump into the tips, let's talk about why fast English feels like it's from another planet sometimes.
Yeah, because it's not just about speed. There are 3 big reasons learners struggle with it, and speed is only one of them.
Number 1. Connected speech. Native speakers connect words together so much that it feels like one long sound. For example, instead of saying, "What are you doing?" slowly and clearly, I might say, "What you doing?"
And your brain is like, wait, what?
Exactly. The words are there, but they're hiding inside those connections.
Number 2, reduced sounds. English loves to eat sounds. We drop letters, shorten vowels, and sometimes whole syllables disappear. For example, going to becomes gonna, and want to becomes wanna.
And here's the tricky part. You probably learned the full version in class, but you'll hear the reduced version 90% of the time in real life.
Right. And that leads us to number 3, extra stuff slang, idioms, and filler words. A native speaker might say, I'm gonna head out in a sec, And if you're translating word by word, your brain might explode.
So to sum it up, fast English connects words together. It reduces and drops sounds. It throws in extra expressions and slang.
And when you mix all of that with speed, it's no wonder learners feel overwhelmed.
But here's the good news. Once you know these patterns and train your ears, fast English stops being scary.
Exactly. And that's what we're going to help you do in the next part, starting with the most common features of fast English, so you can spot them instantly. Okay, so now that we know why fast English can be tricky, let's look at the common features that make it sound, well, fast.
Yep, these are the things you'll hear all the time in everyday conversations, whether you're listening to your favorite series or talking to your neighbor.
The first big one is linking. That's when the last sound of one word connects to the first sound of the next word. For example, turn off the light can sound like turn off the light.
Yeah, and sometimes it's even smoother, like I need it, becoming I need it.
The second feature is sound dropping, where sounds just vanish. For example, I must go might be said as I must go. The T disappears completely.
And one of my favorites is when and becomes just N, like bread and butter turns into bread and butter.
The third feature is reductions. This is when whole words change into shorter, faster versions. For example, going to gonna want to wanna. Did you didja?
And here's the thing, these reductions aren't slang exactly. They're just natural speech. If you don't know them, you might miss whole sentences.
Another big one is blending. That's when 2 words almost fuse into one sound, like, what do you becoming wadiyar?
Oh, and let's not forget filler words. You'll hear like, you know, I mean, sprinkled everywhere. They don't add much meaning, but they do make sentences longer and faster.
Exactly. So, if you can recognize linking, sound dropping, reductions, blending, and filler words, you're already halfway to understanding fast English.
And in the next part, we'll show you how to train your ears to pick up on these features automatically without having to slow down the speaker. All right, tip number 1, and honestly, the most important is this: train your ear with real conversations.
Yep. If you only listen to slow, clear textbook English, your ears won't be ready for real life.
Think about it: if you wanted to run a marathon, you wouldn't only practice walking slowly, right?
Exactly. You'd need to run at the speed you're aiming for. Same with listening, you need to hear the real speed, not just the teacher voice.
So, where can you find this real English? Movies, YouTube videos, podcasts, interviews, basically anything where people are just talking naturally.
And don't just listen once and move on. Choose a short clip, maybe 30 seconds, and listen multiple times.
Here's a little demo. I'm going to say a short sentence at natural speed, and Jessica will slow it down for you. Ready? I got to get out 8 here before the rain starts.
I have got to get out of here before the rain starts.
See the difference? At natural speed, I have got to became I got to, and out of became outati.
Your job as a learner is to notice those changes and get used to them, not fight them.
And don't worry if you only understand 60 to 70% at first. That's normal. The more you expose yourself to fast English, the more your brain starts predicting and recognizing patterns.
Right. Think of it like training a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets.
So step 1, pick authentic audio or video, listen often, and don't panic if you don't catch every word.
We'll talk more about how to handle missing words in our next tip, because you don't actually need to understand every single one to follow the conversation. Okay, tip number 2. Focus on keywords, not every word.
Yes, this is a huge mistake many learners make. They try to hear and translate every single word. And by the time they figure one out, the speaker is already 5 sentences ahead.
Exactly. But here's the thing. You don't need every single word to understand the message. You just need the most important ones, the keywords.
Keywords are usually nouns, verbs, and adjectives that carry the main idea. For example, if someone says, "Hey, I'm heading to the store to grab some milk before dinner. You want to come?"
The keywords might be store milk dinner come? Even if you miss all the little connecting words, you still understand. They're going to the store for milk before dinner, and they're inviting you.
Let's do a little test for our listeners. I'm going to say something quickly. Don't try to understand everything. Just grab the main words. Ready? Yesterday I bumped into Sarah at the mall, and we ended up having lunch together.
Okay, listeners, what did you catch? Probably something like, yesterday, Sarah Mall lunch. That's enough to know what happened.
Exactly. This is how native speakers listen in noisy places, or when someone's talking fast, we grab the key info and fill in the gaps.
And here's the good news. Your brain is amazing at filling in the blanks once you stop stressing over every tiny detail.
So next time you listen to fast English, focus on the important words. Trust your brain to connect the rest, and you'll notice understanding becomes way less stressful.
In the next tip, we'll help you get even faster at this by learning the most common reductions and phrases so your ears can spot them instantly.
All right, tip number 3, learn common reductions and phrases.
This is like having a fast English cheat sheet in your head.
Exactly. Reductions are when words get shortened in everyday speech. You've probably already heard some, like going to, gonna, want to, wanna, have to, did you, did ya.
And here's the thing, these aren't slang or lazy English. Native speakers use them all the time without thinking about it.
Right. And it's not just individual words. Common phrases get reduced too. For example, "What do you mean?" becomes "What do you mean?" "How are you doing?" becomes "How you doing?"
If you don't know these forms, you'll hear what'ya and think, is that even in the dictionary?
Here's a quick mini-game for our listeners. I'll say the reduced form, and you try to guess the full version. Ready? Give me a hand.
That's give me a hand with that's let me know, tell me later.
See? Once you learn these, you'll recognize them instantly, even in fast speech.
So here's your homework. Make a list of the top 20 reductions you hear in movies, songs, or podcasts. Listen for them again and again until your brain doesn't need to translate them anymore.
And in our next tip, we'll show you how to go from slow to fast step by step, so you can actually practice these in real time.
Okay, tip number 4. Practice with slow to fast progression.
Yeah, don't just jump straight into super speed English and expect to catch everything. That's like trying to lift 50 kilos when you've never been to the gym.
Exactly. You start light, then build up. The same goes for listening. You start slow, then gradually speed up.
Here's a simple method. Step 1. Listen to a short clip at slow or normal speed. Focus on understanding. Step 2. Listen again at a slightly faster speed. Step 3. Finally, play it at full natural speed.
You can do this with YouTube speed settings or podcast apps. Start at 0.75x or 0.9x speed, then move to 1x, then even 1.1x or 1.25x for a challenge.
And it's not just about listening. Shadowing works great here too. That's when you listen to a sentence and immediately repeat it, copying the rhythm and speed.
Let's give them a quick demo. Mark, you say a sentence slowly, then faster, and I'll shadow both versions.
I'm going to meet my friend for coffee this afternoon.
I'm going to meet my friend for coffee this afternoon.
I'm going to meet my friend for coffee this afternoon.
I'm going to meet my friend for coffee this afternoon.
See how the words change and connect? Practicing in both speeds helps your brain and mouth adjust together.
And here's the key. Don't rush to the fastest speed on day 1. Build up gradually, and you'll be surprised how quickly you can handle full-speed conversations.
In our next segment, we'll put this into action with a mini listening challenge so you can test your fast English ears right now. All right, it's time for a mini listening challenge. This is where you test your ears with real, natural speed English.
Here's how it works. We'll act out a short conversation at full native speed. Your job is to listen for the main idea and any keywords you can catch.
We'll do it once at normal fast speed, then break it down for you. Ready? Hey, did you grab the tickets yet? We gotta leave in, like, 15 minutes or we'll hit traffic.
Yeah, I got 'em, but we still need gas, so maybe we should stop on the way. Okay, listeners, what did you catch? Main idea? Keywords? Think for a moment.
Now, let's slow it down and unpack it. Did ya? Did you? We have to. Like, here is just a filler word. It doesn't change the meaning.
So the main idea is, Mark asked if I got the tickets, said we need to leave soon to avoid traffic, and I said yes, but we need to get gas first.
If you caught tickets, leave, traffic, and gas, you got the important info even if you missed the rest.
That's the whole point. Focus on the main words, and the story still makes sense.
In our next tip, we'll show you how subtitles and transcripts can help you train for this without becoming a crutch.
All right, tip number 5, use subtitles and transcripts strategically.
Yeah, because subtitles can be amazing for learning. But if you use them the wrong way, they can actually hold you back.
Right? If you watch everything with subtitles all the time, your brain starts depending on reading instead of listening.
So, here's the smart way. 3-step listening. Step 1. Watch or listen without subtitles first. Focus on keywords and the main idea. Step 2. Watch again with subtitles or the transcript to check what you missed. Step 3. Watch one more time without subtitles to reinforce what you've learned.
It's like training wheels on a bike. You use them to learn, but you take them off when you can ride on your own.
And here's a bonus tip. If you're using YouTube or a podcast transcript, highlight reductions, slang, or words you didn't recognize.
That way, the next time you hear them at full speed, your brain will go, "Ah, I know that one."
So, use subtitles as a tool, not a permanent habit. Your goal is to build your listening muscles so you can keep up without them.
Speaking of building confidence, our final tip is all about mindset, so you don't feel intimidated by fast English anymore.
All right, before we finish up, here's a really important message. Don't fear fast English.
So many learners get stuck because they're afraid they'll never understand native speakers. But trust me, it's totally normal to find it hard at first.
It's like learning to dance or ride a bike. You might fall or feel awkward at the start, but with practice, it becomes natural.
And every time you listen, even if you understand just a little more, you're making progress. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence.
Celebrate those small wins, like catching a word you didn't before, or understanding a whole sentence.
And remember, even native speakers don't understand everything when someone speaks quickly or with an accent. It's okay.
Keep practicing, be patient with yourself, and soon fast English won't seem so fast anymore.
You've got this. Thanks for spending time with us today. Keep training those ears and enjoy the journey.
See you next time on the English Learning Podcast. All right, everyone. That wraps up today's episode on how to understand fast English.
We covered why fast English is tricky, common features to listen for, and practical tips to train your ears, like focusing on keywords and practicing slow to fast.
Remember, it takes time and patience, but with consistent practice, you will improve.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to the English Learning Podcast for more helpful tips.
And don't forget to leave a comment. Tell us which tip you found most useful or share your own fast English challenges.
Thanks so much for listening.